Hello, hello. Welcome to Grove Together, the City of Garden Grove's podcast. I'm your host, Breanna Greenup, and today is a very exciting episode because we're talking all about the holiday happenings this season. So it's going to be a jam-packed episode, a lot of great information. So we're going to start off with Ana Pulido, our public information officer. So she's going to be talking about Winter in the Grove, our Think Big campaign, and so much more. She's got a lot of good information for you, dates, everything you need to know for the holiday. Then we're going to follow that up with Orange County influencer and lifestyle expert Brielle Galekovic, who has a gift guide for everybody to shop. And it's going to aid you, if you want to participate in shopping locally and the Think Big campaign. So definitely want to tune into that. And then next, we're going to have something really valuable for everybody with fire safety during the holidays. So I have Fire Chief Craig Covey from the Orange County Fire Authority, who's going to walk us through how to stay safe during the holidays, whether that's cooking, plugging in batteries, or just with your Christmas tree. There's a lot that can go wrong during the holiday season, so I'm excited to talk to him on how to stay safe and keep your family safe. To follow that up and close off the episode, you're gonna wanna tune in. It's local influencer and gifting expert Gabby Gonta has a lot of great tips and tricks on how you could spice up your gifting this holiday season, and some more inspo on how to shop for that one person that maybe is really difficult to shop for or has everything. So you're gonna wanna tune into that. Overall, it's a really jam-packed, fun episode for the holiday season, and there's something for everybody. So let's jump into it. Welcome to Grove Talk. I have the public information officer for the City of Garden Grove, Ana Pulido. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as you can see, we have all of our holiday decor. We're ready for the holidays.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about what's happening in Garden Grove. I know we have Winter in the Grove, but just like all the holiday happenings, fill us in.
It's one of our most popular events for the year, Winter in the Grove, Saturday, December 7th. It's from 3 to 7 p.m. in Village Green Park. We always have a wonderful turnout for this event. Lots of families come out and enjoy just all the festivities, the holidays, all that wonderful feeling you get when you see all the holiday decorations and everyone in just the best of spirits. There are a number of free things to do at this event, from free activities. There's a crafting boutique. There's performances from some of the local school kids. There is 50 tons of snow for snow sliding.
Yeah.
And there is food and refreshments as well. So a great opportunity to bring family and really enjoy that time.
Yeah, the cookies and the hot chocolate are great.
Big sellers because they're free.
They're free. So yeah, free cookies and hot chocolate.
Yes.
If that's not enough to come, say less.
But the highlight has got to be the tree lighting.
Oh, yes.
Which is a great thing. Again, there is a large tree. It's almost 50 feet. Tree that is right in front of the clock tower, and that is illuminated in the evening with quite a bit of lights. It's really, really beautiful. But along with that is the arrival of Santa and Mrs. Claus.
That's so exciting because you don't even realize it's happening. They have like a police escort. It's really cool. So if you haven't seen it, you definitely want to come down. What was the date again?
December 7th, Saturday, December 7th, 3 to 7 p.m., Village Green Park.
Yeah, Village Green Park. We have a little painting behind right
That's
here.
it, right in front of the clock tower.
Painted by a local artist, Beverly Klopfenstein. So thank you, Beverly, for painting that. It was it's really beautiful. So you'll get to see the tree with the clock tower if you come down. So, but another big part of the holidays that we love to do in the city is to give back. And I understand that we have a holiday drive.
We do the Garden Grove Holiday Drive. This is another great seasonal opportunity to really give back to your community. That runs through December 12th. And that is a drive that's intended for our seniors, our families, individuals that are in need during the holidays. And they are very thankful to be able to receive unwrapped toys, sports equipment, any types of supplies, school supplies. You can even provide gift cards and even monetary donations as well.
Yeah, so definitely give back to that. I've seen it. everybody in the city always goes above and beyond. And even if you aren't living in the city of Garden Grove, you should definitely get back to our holiday drive because there's never enough. Like,
absolutely,
goodness to go
it's
around.
very important. It benefits our resource centers. We have 2 resource centers in the city. Magnolia Park Family Resource Center, and then we have one in Buena Clinton, the Buena Clinton Youth and Family Center. So it benefits the families that go to those centers, and it also benefits our H. Lewis Lake Senior Center. So also our seniors.
Yeah, don't forget about our seniors.
Definitely, we don't forget about them as well. So it's really a great cause, wonderful cause for people in our community.
And can people volunteer for this, or is it just a giving, donating is the best way they could?
Well, you know what? The facilities always look for volunteers. The senior center is always looking for volunteers, even the resource center. Certainly there are parents who volunteer their time at the resource center. So absolutely, yes.
Awesome.
And it could be, doesn't have to be a large donation, could be something small. But I think it's the thought behind it.
Yeah, and it makes you feel good. And another thing that might make you feel good is our organics recycling. It's very sustainable and something that we have to do. So tell us all about that.
Well, Organics Recycling is a new program that we've started in the city, and it really has caught on quite well with our residents who want to be environmentally conscious, know that it's important that we recycle our food scraps. And so during the holidays, we like to encourage people even more because we're talking about some of the big meals that we have at the end of the year. But it really starts with Thanksgiving and the turkey, all the fixings that we have for that meal. We just want to encourage all of the community to remember to recycle that. You have containers as part of the waste that you receive for disposal, your trash bins, basically. There are bins that are dedicated to recycling, so we want to make sure that for the holidays, you remember to not dispose of your holiday food in the trash, but to use your recycling bin instead.
Yeah, and I got a really great recycling bin that I've been using.
Absolutely.
So,
Good for you.
Yes, so Black Friday goes big. Can you tell me about what that is, what that means for the community?
Well, Black Friday is a special program that is part of our Buying Garden Grove effort. Buying Garden Grove, which we refer to as BIG, is a program we've had in the city for more than 10 years. It is a program that encourages shopping local. If you're going to buy things, whether it's for the holidays or honestly year-round, we really encourage our shoppers to think first about staying in Garden Grove, buy it in Garden Grove. And the reason for that is there's a few reasons. Not only does it support our business community, it also creates the tax incentive for the city to be able to provide services to the residents. So most people don't understand oftentimes that the city uses the taxes as a way to help provide services such as improved infrastructure, public safety services, better parks. So this all adds to being able to improve the services that we have in the city. It really does come down, though, to staying in Garden Grove, showing your loyalty for your own business community, and making your purchases, particularly at the end of the year.
Yes.
When we do another campaign called Black Friday Goes Big.
Ooh, and tell me about that. You guys can win some prizes, which is really fun, and get some raffle tickets. So every $50, you get a raffle ticket, right? That you spend in Garden Grove, you get a raffle ticket. And then if it's with one of the businesses that collaborates with the city, you get 2, right?
So yes, Black Friday Goes Big is a program that really incentivizes staying local. For every $50 that you spend in Garden Grove, you save your receipts and you accumulate those receipts, you'll be able to receive raffle tickets. If you patronize a business that is in the Buying Garden Grove program, that is that they offer some kind of special discount or incentive, you'll get an extra raffle ticket. Or if you patronize a business that is part of the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce's business members, you'll also get that as well. We partner with the chamber, Garden Grove Chamber, in this particular effort. So they are the business portion of the city.
Yes.
So they have quite a number of members who are businesses who also participate in the Buying Garden Grove program.
It's so great. You could buy a car. Think big, right? You could buy a car. Big. You go to your orthodontist. Go to the dentist. They're on there. It's on the list.
Yeah, it's simple as going in and putting gas in your car. I mean, that's easily $50 right there.
Yeah.
So you'll accumulate your receipts for every $50 that you accumulate, and it could be in different receipts, doesn't have to be on one receipt. You will be able to turn that into the chamber and receive one raffle ticket for each $50 in purchases, and an additional ticket if you buy from a Buying Garden Grove business or a Chamber of Commerce.
And don't wait till the last day. You could you could turn these in as you go, you guys. So once you get a ticket, like maybe each week, go to the chamber, drop it off. That way you're not there on the last day, because a lot of people do that. It's a long line. I mean, do what you got to do, but I'm going to say try to do it as you go. That way, I lose receipts too. So
yeah, that's a good thought. Get your receipt, put it away, make sure it's dated after Black Friday. And once you have enough receipts, head over to the chamber. It's right on Main Street, and turn those receipts in so you can get your raffle tickets.
Maybe you'll be a winner.
You might be a winner. The prizes are a $500 cash award.
Wow.
$250 cash awards. An overnight stay at Great Wolf.
Wow, that's
which is
fun.
Really nice.
Super
the
fun.
Water Park Resort, and gift cards to Sabroso.
So many opportunities to win, you guys. So definitely don't forget to shop local, keep your receipts, and don't wait till the last day.
That's right. Do it at the end of the year, but then do it all year round as well. Shop local.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Anna. And then everything that we talked about, you can find at ggcity.org, or we'll just put in the show notes. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I just want to thank you very much. It's been quite a unique pleasure to be here and spend some time talking about Garden Grove, which I love to do. And I just want to wish everybody wonderful holidays for everyone and their family, and really enjoy everything that we have here in Garden Grove.
Yes, happy holidays.
You too, Breanna. Thank you.
Subscribe to Garden Grove TV3. Keep up to date with the city's latest news. Be informed. And stay connected to your community. Subscribe now. Welcome back to Grove Together. I am now joined by lifestyle expert and Orange County influencer, Brielle Galekovic. And she's here with a really awesome gift guide to support the Think Big campaign. So I'm really excited to hear about this. And it's going to give you guys some really great inspo.
Yeah,
to shop in Garden Grove locally.
Definitely. Yeah. Garden Grove is such a special place, as we know. And this is actually my favorite time of the year because I love to share businesses that I love, experiences that I love, and everything is local. So it's amazing. So I'm excited to get into this with you. All right. And share what's happening in Garden Grove.
Yeah. So let's jump into the first one. I know it's something really sentimental and something that you could cherish forever. So I love this one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Alvin D Photography. So of course, this is the time of year where everybody does their holiday cards. I remember growing up, my mom and dad would make us take them every single year. So if you're looking for a great photographer to do your holiday cards, Alvin D is the one for you. But also, it's really great to gift someone that you know a photography session. So think maybe somebody who is getting engaged or almost married, or even someone that has their own business and they wanted to like upgrade their brand photos. Yeah. This is really great to gift somebody because local residents are going to receive $50 on their photography sessions, which is great.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's really cool. Like, even if it's just like a photo shoot, how many people get a photo shoot?
Exactly.
In their average everyday life. So I think that's a really fun gift.
I 100% agree. And that's just something where, it would be out of the blue, would be unexpected. And also, for all the Disney lovers, Alvin D actually does photo shoots at Disneyland.
Oh, wow. I have a Disney pass.
You do?
So I'm going to have to hit him up and get my Disneyland photo shoot.
Yeah.
I do. I have a Disney pass, so it'll be really fun.
Yeah, I don't know anybody else who does that.
That's
it's so cool.
Unique and cool. We have it right here in Garden Grove.
Yes, exactly.
All right, like what else do you have for us?
All right, so next up, we've got the Hyatt Regency Orange County.
Oh, yes.
And I wanted to share this hotel because I personally love a staycation. And number one, they're usually a lot more cost effective than going away during the holiday season. Also, we are all so caught up in the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, especially if you have a family. It's good to just take a step back for a second and
just relax.
Relax, enjoy the time with your family. It's a really nice way to just indulge in some local holiday magic. So speaking of Disneyland, they're actually located really close to Disneyland and offer a free shuttle to the park.
Wow. So if you want to do the back-to-back Disney days, you don't want to go all the way home. Like if you live in like South Orange County
Yes.
and also like if you don't live in Garden Grove, you could still participate and think big. So this could be great for somebody who's living in LA or San Diego.
Absolutely.
And yeah, stay at the Hyatt. I think that's a great suggestion. A staycation is awesome.
Staycation, of course, is always a great thing to do, especially if you have kids and it could be difficult to, get on a plane or travel 12 hours in the car. So you can, of course, bring your family. There's a lot of family-friendly activities, different entertainment activities, and also it is pet-friendly. So you can bring your pets.
Oh, yes. That's the hardest thing with hotels. I love that it's pet-friendly.
Yes.
I'm going to think about that. Do a back Disney day?
You should.
Yeah.
And you should bring your dog.
Yes. Duke is coming with us.
Oh my gosh. He would look so cute. And then you get Alvin D Photography.
To do the photo shoot at Disneyland.
To do the photos.
Yes.
There we go. All in one.
Okay, I'm loving this.
Yeah. And with Hyatt
love
Regency Orange County, with proof of Garden Grove residents, guests are going to be getting 15% off of their stay.
All these deals, you guys.
Yeah.
You're going to have to, I'm already inspired. I love these like experience type gifts. They make it really unique, a little bit different
Definitely.
than just, an item, even though we love that. But
of course. I mean, who doesn't love something that you can open up with a bow and a box and everything?
But these are just like memories you could have forever.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah. Memories last a lot longer. So I always love an experience gift.
Okay, what other experiences do you have on your list?
So we got to talk about food.
Oh, food. If anybody knows, the city of Garden Grove is known for their food. It's a destination.
It is a destination. So I really love Louis on Main, which I know that you know.
Yes, I do. Love
So
Louis
good.
on Main. I've been there many times after work.
Yeah. Little dose of history.
Yeah.
It's been around since 1953.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Cute, cozy spot. Now, what I love about this place is that they have a very well-known Sunday brunch.
Ooh, I actually haven't been to the brunch. So this is great. We're going to have to go.
We should go.
Yes.
We definitely should go. And of course, now is the time of year where you might be having friends and family come in from out of town.
Right.
And you're planning dinners and, things could get expensive. You don't know where to go. You don't know the vibe. There might be kids. There might be older folks. So invite them to Louis on Main. Maybe do a Sunday brunch.
Right.
They do have an extensive cocktail list and a whiskey menu as well.
Their cocktails are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like their cocktails. And again, this is part of the Think Big campaign. And you could use that towards the raffle, which is really fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And when you go, so they're also known for their burgers, $2 off a burger when you go there. So if you come with a big group and you guys are all getting burgers.
That adds up.
Exactly.
10 people.
Yeah.
Save $20.
Yeah.
I love that.
For sure. And I will say, if you're gifting, an experience, a meal to Louis on Main, the fact that they have a whiskey menu, anytime I see a restaurant that has something very specific, you know that it's going to be really good.
Yes. And that's not the only thing on Main Street. You guys, if you haven't checked out this Garden Grove's historic Main Street, we have so many awesome restaurants like Azteca, Finn Smith, and so many others that
So good.
it's endless. I love it.
Any day of the week.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes. What else are you thinking for your gift guide?
Okay.
Okay.
I am a big fan of self-care. I mean, who isn't? Right?
I love self-care. I would love a scalp massage or something.
I know. Well, that's teaser. That's actually one of my faves, which we'll get into in
I'm
just
excited.
a minute.
We have a teaser.
We have a teaser, but
stay tuned.
I want to share another spot that I think is going to be great for anyone. It's the Pink Door Salon.
Oh, Pink Door Salon. That's I go there personally.
Oh, you
so
do?
I could vouch for it.
Oh
One
my
of the
gosh.
best. But you tell me all about it. Tell me all about it.
Yeah. So whether you're gifting yourself a little self-care session there, which of course, yes, it's the season of gift giving to others, but when you are just living your life and everything is, about your family or work or anything like that, it's always good to just take a step back and even just have an hour to yourself.
Right.
Which I love that you can get at Pink Door Salon, whether you get a cut, a color, or just simply a shampoo,
Or just a
conditioner.
blowout. I've gotten many blowouts.
Yep.
Highly recommend. You go in there, you make an appointment. They give you a little drinky drink.
Oh, yeah.
All the girls that work there are really awesome, so I highly recommend it.
Yeah. There's nothing like going and just having someone wash your hair and it blows it out and you're good for the day.
Yes. And they do great haircuts. great color. So
Yeah.
highly recommend. I love that suggestion. It's
Yeah.
a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah. So you can get a gift certificate if you're gifting it to somebody. And they're also giving a free gift with any service that's included.
Oh,
So
I wonder what the gift is.
I know.
Probably some really good hair products. I've
Yeah,
gotten
oh.
some really good hair oil from them. But they really just like know how to. That's why my hair is so long.
yeah.
That's why.
Pink
Door Salon.
I just said before, I was like, your hair looks so good.
Yes.
So it's Pink Door Salon.
They're like they do the cut. Yes.
I love it. So good. Yeah. So I wanted to throw in one of my personal favorites.
Ooh.
That is really, really cool.
The teaser.
Yes, this is the teaser. This is the one that we were talking about before. The Louvinage Medical Skin and Head Spa. Have you ever seen?
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Was it the viral TikTok?
Yes, viral Instagram, TikTok. You've seen where someone is laying down. They kind of have this halo going over their head, and it's like spewing out water, and it's on their scalp. And you're like, what's happening here?
Massage.
Yes,
right? It has to be a scalp massage.
Right, but it's a lot more than a scalp massage because I'm going to tell you all about it. It is called the Hinoki Scalp Treatment. It is a viral treatment for a reason.
Wow.
It's 90 minutes, and it really does promote the relaxation and the health of your scalp. You're going to get a skin, hair, and scalp analysis before you even start. And then I'm going to list off for you everything that you get with this one treatment.
Wow.
In 90 minutes. Okay, ready for this?
I'm ready.
We're sounding off.
Okay. Go.
Okay, so on the scalp, you're getting herbal regeneration, a hair loss spa treatment, a keratin mask scalp and hair treatment, hydrotherapy treatment, and dandruff control treatment if you need it. And then wait, we don't stop there. Then on the face, you're going to be getting microdermabrasion, collagen stimulation therapy, vitamin infusion.
On
and
the
then
face?
Yes.
So you get a facial too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? And customized hydrating, whitening, and anti-aging mask.
Wow.
All in one-stop shop.
Right here in Garden Grove.
Right here in Garden Grove.
I would love that as a gift.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone buy it for me.
Yeah. So if you're interested in learning more, you can go on the site for pricing. But I will say, if you were to get this done up the coast, up in LA, it would be very, like, a lot more than what we're seeing here on the site. So definitely go in Garden Grove. Like, this is, it's awesome.
Again, think big, buy locally here in Garden Grove. The first 4 you mentioned are a part of the Think Big campaign.
Yes.
So you are eligible to get double the raffle tickets. But don't worry, the head spa.
Yes.
What was the name again?
The
Reiterate.
Louvinage Medical Skin and
You
Head
still
Spa.
could get your raffle tickets, and it's totally sounds like an amazing experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you would like to add about, shopping locally or like just as a lifestyle expert? Like,
yeah, definitely. It's so important to shop locally and support local businesses. Of course, there's always those big names, down the street that are super easy. But now is the time, as you're giving back to the people that are important in your life, by shopping local, by doing local experiences, you're also giving back to those businesses during the holiday time when a lot of times we all need it. And it's fun to go see your local salon or restaurant, and it's all decorated and it's cozy. It really does feel like a movie. Too.
It does. And it's a part of the experience. So
Exactly.
That's what creates the lifelong memories here in Garden Grove.
I agree.
Well, thank you so much, Brielle. And where could everybody follow you and find you online?
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram and TikTok on @thegildedbellini, and you'll find me there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, and happy
shopping.
holidays. Yes, happy shopping, happy holidays.
Everyone loves money, especially this time of year. Here's how you can get some extra cash this holiday season. Just spend your holiday dollars locally in Garden Grove starting on Black Friday.
Then bring your receipts to the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce office by Thursday, December 19th.
Each $50 you spend in GG between those dates gets you closer to winning big.
Win a $500 cash prize, one of 2 $250 cash prizes, or win a night's stay at the Great Wolf Lodge, Southern California, and more.
So think big and buy in Garden Grove. It helps you, your city, and local businesses.
Visit ggcity.org/BIGG for complete details. Good luck!
So welcome back to Grove Together. I'm actually joined by the fire chief, Craig Covey from the Orange County Fire Authority. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So the holiday season is upon us, and I want to ask you, what are some common causes of fires during the holiday season? Because I know it's one of the most common times of year for this stuff to happen.
Yeah, activity will pick up because we're introducing kind of some new things to our houses, right? We're cooking more, plugging in a lot of lights, electrical issues, and then it's also wintertime. So now we're talking about heating issues. And those are kind of our big three that will spike fires during this time of year.
Yeah, so let's dive into that. What are some common reasons, when people are cooking on Thanksgiving or for Christmas, what are some reasons that these fires start, and what could they do to prevent that if that happens?
Well, most of the time, these are really large gatherings, right? And when you have large gathering, what does that mean? You kind of get distracted. So you forget about food you put on the stove and things like that. So it's unattended. We're cooking with greases and other things that when they overheat, they catch on fire. A real big one that's somewhat common is people cook turkeys and they deep fry them, and they don't do that properly. They don't defrost the turkey all the way, or they don't set the right amount of oil in the pot, and when they put it in, it overflows, and that obviously would cause a very significant fire. So when you think about it, it's just those large events and distractions and just little missteps in what is a normal process, and unfortunately it ends up in a fire.
Right. So make sure you thaw out your turkey, and also if that fire does happen, which it could happen, what is something that they could do? So say there's a stove fire. What's the first thing that somebody should do?
If it's a small stove fire, the simplest thing is to put the lid back on the pot and turn off the power, right? So you take the heat away from a fire and you take the oxygen away, and you've cut off 2/3 of what makes fires happen. Those are the simplest ones. That's assuming it's small enough. If it's much bigger than that, you can try your fire extinguishers that you should have in your house, the ABC multi-use fire extinguishers. You can try that. But really, those things are for putting out small fires or getting you out of the house. That's probably the best thing. If it looks a little bit too big, get out of the house, call 911, make sure you have a plan. We call them emergency drills in the home. Have a plan on how to get out of the house, where you're going to meet, so that when we get here and we ask you, one of the first things we're going to ask you when we get on scene is everybody out of the house. And you can tell us that. So have a meeting point. We've done searches for people that weren't in the house because instead of having a meeting point, they ran down the street to their friend's house. Wow. And now their parents or someone doesn't know where they're at. So we think somebody's in the house, and we'll take extra risks to our firefighters' safety to go try to find somebody than we would just fighting a fire. So that's really important to us, and it helps out in us being more efficient fighting the fire and putting it out.
So have a plan, and then also for an oven fire, same thing. You close the oven and then take out the power, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Close the oven. Obviously, you can't unpower it most of the time by unplugging because it's behind it, but go to your circuit breaker. All the ovens are on their own circuits. Go to your circuit breaker panel and just turn it off, but leave it closed. Call us. We'll come out and help you with evacuating the smoke and stuff. But if you open it up, now you're offering an opportunity for that fire to escape the oven and catch your house on fire.
So we touched on the fire extinguisher. What else can people have in their home to, is there any new type of products or anything that could help in these situations that people should have?
Honestly, the fire extinguishers are the best bet for you because you can use it on grease fires or electrical fires or ordinary combustibles. It's multi-use like that. Truly the best thing you can have aside from a fire extinguisher is a working smoke detector. I can't emphasize enough how much those save lives. Now, we used to change the batteries once a year, right? Or every time we changed the clock. Well, most of the smoke detectors now are 10-year battery lives, or they're hardwired in the house. So what we'll recommend is that every time you change your clock, you test your smoke detectors. Push the button and make sure it works. So combination of the two. We just had a fire a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, that the family was alerted by the smoke detector and got out. House was almost completely destroyed, but they were alive.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to go check my smoke detector and make sure that it's working. But also, we talked about being close, you have a heater that's too close to a couch, for example, or the battery, the lithium batteries. Can we touch on that? Because I know a lot of people are probably getting that for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like a e-bike or
right. So let's start with the heater first. Again, that's what I talked about. We get into the winter season, people are turning things on to warm their house. Some of them as bad as putting barbecues and things inside the house because maybe they're just unable to afford things right now. A lot of people are having a hard time. Unhealthy, unsafe. right? It's taking the oxygen away and all that. But really on the heater front, there's a couple ways it'll do it. The heaters draw a lot of electricity and people don't plug them in right. They should be plugged directly into an outlet. They shouldn't be plugged into a surge protector, to an extension cord and all that. You're overusing that wiring and it's not made for that. So plugging it in correctly is number one. And number two, you're having a heat source near combustible stuff. It's going to catch it on fire. It doesn't have to be a spark that does it. It can heat to a point that it will automatically combust and catch on fire. So being very cautious of how close you have things to your heaters is important.
Is there a certain time limit? Like you should have the heater on? Like, does that
Not
matter?
necessarily, no. Just being smart about what you have around it. That's
Okay.
probably a big thing. And then the batteries. Obviously, technology is going green. And that's a good thing. I'm not saying anything wrong about that. But like anything, there are hazards that come with everything. And a current hazard we're identifying in the fire service is that the batteries can explode. And we've had a significant uptick in fires that are directly related to lithium-ion batteries. And when they blow up, it's very, very dramatic. It is truly explosive. I believe you guys are going to show a video, and that'll catch a lot of people's attention, what I'm trying to say. And what we're trying to do is educate the public to that. There's nothing wrong with green. I mean, I have my electric bike, and we all have our power tools and gardening tools and things like that. The thing I want to emphasize is don't buy cheap. Buy good quality batteries, because the cheaper batteries are built in dirtier environments, so they will fail on their own, not even plugged in, believe it or not. And then when you're done charging them, unplug them. Okay. Don't let them just keep plugged in. And then lastly, when you replace any of them, again, buy quality, or if you replace the cord because you lost the cord, buy the original manufacturer cord, so that it's charging it at the proper amperage and doesn't overheat the battery and blow it up.
Right. Okay. So pretty much that's all you could do with the batteries. Like, if it's kind of scary.
It is. It's been alarming. It's been a trend that I noted before I promoted to my current position. I used to be a field battalion chief, and I want to say 6 of my last 10 fires were battery related. That was the source of the fire. And we're all of a sudden kind of waking up to it like, whoa, wait a sec, what is this trend? And I initiated trend tracking in the OCFA, and it is being tracked across the country and world now. London, a lot of Asian communities that went to batteries sooner than us, like Japan and China and stuff like that, are all tracking a significant increase in fires related to batteries.
Wow. And is it any type of battery? Or is it mainly like those like bigger power sources, like the
Could
bikes
be,
and
any kind of battery?
Wow.
The bikes and drills and any kind of power device that we have that's battery operated is the most common. But car fires, other large things are occurring. I'm not saying that car fires are occurring faster than combustible engine fires. We have regular car fires all the time. But the challenge for us when we have a car fire is it takes 10,000 gallons of water to put it out. They're very, very hard to put out. And then they'll keep reigniting. The unburned batteries that are damaged have been documented to start as much as 3 weeks later, catch back on fire.
Wow.
We've had some large commercial building fires. Orange County Fire has in the past 2 years that were at e-bike facilities. Some of them we struggled with for over 10 days with things catching back on fire and stuff again into debris and things.
Wow, that's definitely to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you get the more expensive quality batteries and the original manufacturer.
Right. And now we're going into Christmas season with all the toys, and a lot of them are going to get introduced to the families as part of their Christmas gifts. And those that are fortunate enough to have them. It's just something to think about. You know, the drones, the Hot Wheel car, the cars, anything that's battery powered, lithium ion battery powered, you need to pay attention to.
Okay, awesome. That's good to know. And then also, we can't forget about the Christmas trees and candles.
Yeah, yes.
Because people love their candles. I don't like candles personally.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
My wife likes candles, and she knows how badly I hate them.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many candle fires I've been on in my career. They're great. I'm not disagreeing with that. But the hazard is people forget about them, and you walk away without putting them out. And that will end up in a catastrophic fire at your house. So be mindful, consider, the new candles that are flameless. If you're, if it's a religious thing or something like that, if it's symbology that you're looking for, you can do it with a flameless candle. It's much safer. But if you are going to use candles, be very smart about it and make sure you extinguish them before the end of the night or before they get down to a point
Just
where
blow them out, right?
Blow them out.
Yeah.
And then
Awesome.
trees.
Trees.
Boy,
yeah.
oh boy, trees. That's something that is well known. You might with a live tree that has not been taken care of properly, watered and maintained, and then as soon as the holiday season is over, taken down, you might as well have a 5-gallon can of open gasoline in your room. It's just waiting for a spark.
Right.
When they take off, they consume themselves in 3 to 5 seconds and will destroy a house almost just as quickly. It is an incredible video, and I believe you have some clips to show on that I've shared with you. And loved live trees, beautiful smell. I have live trees, but I make sure I water it. I stay up on that, and as soon as Christmas is over, it's out of the house.
Right. Right. And is there anything else that you could do, like with fake trees? Are they a hazard too?
No.
No,
The fake trees are great. You can see you guys have one here. All the lighting on it's low voltage and things like that. They're just fine.
Okay, awesome. Is there anything else you would like to add as far as like fire safety tips in general or just the holiday season that people don't think about that we haven't touched on today?
Well, that's a good one. I think we've covered a lot
Most
of
of them.
homes.
Yeah.
I have to think about that one for a second. I think we've touched on a lot of
we
the
did.
good ones.
Cooking, definitely just put the oxygen out and then still call you guys after the fact. Have a meeting spot outside. I'm trying to think if I remember. If I'm,
One I would add, we touched on it briefly, and it's those electrical cords.
Oh, yes.
So, especially when you get into all these Christmas lights that you're putting up and things like that.
Oh, yes.
You think about the movies and, and plugging in all those lights to get the house to turn on.
National
and
Lampoons.
Right.
Yeah.
Completely overwhelming the power, right? Be very mindful of what you're plugging in and how much amperage you're putting through it. Don't pinch it on things. Make sure it's a straight line. We call it piggybacking, where you go from one surge protector to another surge protector to another. You're completely overwhelming it and voiding any of its potential to keep you safe. Don't put it underneath carpets and things like that. Anything that'll pinch it, damage it, or cause it to overheat, be mindful of.
Are there any signs that there's something wrong with the wire?
You'll start seeing discoloration, be the first thing. Second thing is you'll start smelling stuff. And if it doesn't smell right, it's probably not right. So those are probably the first 2 things to look for on those batteries that we were talking about. A battery starting to swell is a really good indicator, whoa, this thing's not doing right. And then they do sometimes emit odors. If you smell a funny odor while you've got your device plugged in, that's another clue that something's not right. Unplug it and investigate it.
Awesome. I think these are great tips. And we could also add these to, I think, the show notes or like links to the Orange County Fire Authority. Do you guys have tips on your website possibly?
Oh, yeah. OCFA.org.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff. We also have at Orange County Fire Authority on Instagram and social media like X. So there's always stuff being put out on those.
Awesome. This was a lot of great information. I'm going to go home and check all of these things. But thank you so much for coming here and telling us all about that.
I really appreciate the invite. It's important for us to get these safety messages out, and this is a great conduit to do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Subscribe to Garden Grove TV3. Keep up to date with the city's latest news. Be informed. And stay connected to your community. Subscribe now. All right, welcome back to Grove Together. I'm joined with Gabby Gonta, influencer and gifting expert local to Southern California. Welcome, Gabby.
Thanks, Brianna. So glad to be here. I am a gift guru. It's my love language, so this is my favorite time of the year, and I'm so excited to chat about this today.
And we're excited to have you because we have Think Big, which is Buy in Garden Grove, and you have some really good tips to add to the podcast today and help people, buy for every person in their life. So I know that you have a lot of great tips for the hard person to buy in your life. Or I think what's kind of difficult for me personally is buying for, coworkers or that random uncle. Can you give us an example of some budget gifts that people can go for?
Yes, definitely. Obviously, gift giving is a huge part of the holidays and it can be super stressful for a lot of people. So I love coming on here and giving my tips and things like that. Obviously, everyone always wants to stay on a budget, right? And spend as less as possible while also still giving someone a very thoughtful and like well put together gift. So I love this question. One of my first tips that I really like is doing something from a coffee shop or a bakery. So definitely something local because it's pretty universal, right? I feel like people love coffee or pastries and things like that, especially if you know for sure they're a coffee lover. You can get them something fun like that, maybe a bag of like coffee beans, or I know a lot of coffee shops have their own merch, so you could do like a cute mug or like a t-shirt or something. And like freshly baked goods. That's so nice, right?
Yeah, that's great because here in Garden Grove, we have tons of great coffee and tons of great baked goods. One of my favorite places is going to be Moon Goat. I don't know if you've heard of Moon Goat. They have great merch. And Burnt Umber, which is actually a newer coffee shop here in Garden Grove. It's like a Gothic, Victorian Gothic themed shop. So it's
like
really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
I know you had some places that you thought were cool as well.
Yes. Finn Smith is definitely like a new trendy one as well. And then Paris Baguette is great for pastries and things like that. A nice little bakery.
Yes.
And yeah, I just think that would be a great gift for, like you were saying, that coworker that's hard to shop for, or even a housewarming gift. Maybe if you're going to holiday parties and you want to like thank the host, bring a little something. I think something like that would be really cute.
Yeah, definitely a coffee addict, but all these places also have tea as well.
Oh,
like big boba in Garden Grove. And another bakery that I love is actually on Main Street. It's called E-Patisserie. So lots of great places to check out. So I think that's a great suggestion. I know a lot of people tend to go towards gift cards though.
Yes.
So that seems to be like, I know you have feelings about gift cards, that they're unsentimental, like they're not cute, but I know you have something that can like spice it up.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you can't get away from gift cards. They're just so easy and convenient that it's going to be around forever in the gift giving world. But it's really how you gift it that makes it special. So I have a couple of my favorite ways to do a little DIY situation to make your gift cards look a little cuter, right? So
I love a DIY.
Okay, we're going to start with this one right here. Okay, so here we have a situation. Now, see how cute of a little gift this is. It's like basically a little to-go box.
Oh my gosh.
And then we're going to do flowers, a little mini bouquet of flowers on this side. And then a drink, whatever their favorite drink is. Maybe it is that coffee. You could do a soda right here, anything. Add some little holiday candy, throw a little bow on it. You know, we've got this. And then, of course, the main part of the gift is the gift card right here. We've got Target as a little example. But this is much more of like a gift to hand somebody than just the card, right?
Just the card. This is more sentimental. You could probably even write like a little note there.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's a great idea for like, you know, shopping at one of the coffee shops here in Garden Grove or the bakeries. Just do that. Here, I'll put it on the table.
Okay,
just, like,
yes.
display
So
it.
if you're tuning into the podcast and the audio, you got to watch the video too so you can see how cute these are.
Yeah, super cute.
Okay, this next one I also love. Super simple. That was the most complicated one. We're getting simpler as it goes.
Yeah.
We've got a little mug. And then basically I just filled the mug. You could do any sort of mug from that coffee shop that we were talking about, or you could customize the mug if you want with their name or initial or even a photo, or you could keep it basic. And then I just filled it with some holiday candy and threw the little gift card in there. And then you just wrap it up with a little cellophane like this.
I love that. I love the idea of printing something on the mug. So that's an awesome idea as well.
Yes. And I mean, this is great for like a Secret Santa gift if you don't know the person very well.
So get a mug, put the gift card and some candy in there and wrap it up, put a bow on it.
I know. So
Makes
cute,
it
right?
pretty.
Yay.
We love a little bow.
Yes.
Cute little bow right there.
And our last one here, super, super simple, but definitely cute as well, is just going to be this little tiny red stocking. You know, you can buy these anywhere, get a big pack of like 30 or 50. So then if you're giving tons of gift cards out this season, you know, you can put it in here. And then again, I just added some holiday candy. We've got a little chocolate in here. And then
oh my gosh,
the candy canes.
Wait, I love this. And also, this is something you could DIY. You could probably put like their initials on here.
Yes.
You could write it on there. I did some DIY myself.
Okay.
Little Adirondack chairs.
Yes.
Painted
so
them.
Cute.
You could gift an Adirondack chair with a gift card. So you could get really creative with it. I love that.
Yes. We also have one more budget gift. This one is a little out of the box, but it's very cool. So this is talking about gift giving through nonprofits. So if you want to give back to not only your loved ones for the holidays, also giving back to the community, donating to a nonprofit in someone else's name, I think that's such a great idea. Especially if this person is like, I really don't want anything. I'm not like a gift person. I'm more of like an acts of service person. You know, you kind of have to like know what their love language is in that sense. But I think that would be so great. And there's some great organizations that you can help with in Garden Grove here. So first we have the Hanger Outlet in Garden Grove. So basically, if you're shopping for clothes for gifts this year, instead of buying brand new clothes, you can buy resale clothes from the Hanger Outlet. And they have some amazing stuff. Plus, that's going to be helping the organization Working Wardrobes, which is a whole other organization that really helps people get back on their feet. They give them clothes.
And I love vintage. I love something that's sustainable. Great option. And on top of that, there's so many other nonprofits in Garden Grove as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if maybe you like recently cleaned out your closet, you could actually donate clothes as well to the Hanger Outlet. You could donate or buy, either one.
So that's something to like also just give back to the community as well.
Yes.
So
yes.
I love that idea. That's a great idea.
Yes. And then the Assistance League Thrift Shop. That's another place that you can do the same thing at here in Garden Grove.
I'm excited about that. I love thrifting. So if you guys haven't checked that out here in Garden Grove, it's a great option. So back to what I was saying about that person that's hard to shop for.
Yes.
I feel like the vintage idea, the vintage clothing idea is a great idea too, because they're unique gifts.
Yes.
But the person that has everything.
Yes, the person that has everything could simply not accept any more physical items. A great gift idea for them would be an experience gift. So tickets to go do something. That's really fun because you can, think of something they would like, put it on the calendar. Maybe you go with them too and you buy 2 tickets and then look at that. It's a gift for you as well.
Yeah, no, I know.
One of my
it's super
favorites.
fun. Yeah.
So we have some examples of things you could do in Garden Grove if you're looking for an experience gift for someone. One of them is tickets to a concert at the Garden Amp. They have some really awesome shows coming up, like the Nirvana tribute on December 1st. And then there's also the Prince tribute on December 31st. So you can give them that gift, look forward to going to the show, and I think that'd be so fun, right?
Oh, I love it. And right down the street, we have the Gem Theater.
Yes. They are putting on Cinderella, and musical theater is definitely one of my personal favorite hobbies and activities. I always buy my brother and I tickets every year. That's like his Christmas gift. So that's something I do. I definitely would recommend that. And Cinderella is a show for the whole family.
So we have Garden Amp, we have Gem Theater. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yes. So one little quick tip before I move on. A little tip about how to wrap experience gifts. Because you're like, I just bought them tickets. How do I give it to them as a gift? You could always just print out the tickets and then wrap that in a box, so they can see it. Or you can take it to the next level and buy them something to wear to the show, right? So if you're going to the Nirvana concert, you can maybe get them like a new shirt, and you wrap that and you give that to them, and then you can sort of tell them the whole spiel about how you're going to go to the show.
That's such an amazing idea. I love that. I love that. And you could probably find that maybe at one of the thrift shops as well.
Oh, possibly. You're so right.
Yeah.
Yes.
What other experiences do you think that they could do in Garden Grove as a gift?
Yes. So one other one that is amazing is the Great Wolf Lodge. I'm sure everyone knows about that. But if you want to skip the gifts this year totally and be like, maybe let's plan a family staycation instead. The Great Wolf Lodge is amazing. It has the indoor water park, mini golf, arcades, bowling, like everything.
No, it's really amazing.
So you're really going to keep the kids busy. And you can have a little spa time for yourself as well. And then if you do want to get gifts, now you have something to like look forward to, the family vacation. So you can maybe get the family some new suitcases, some new bikinis.
Oh, cute. And you do
matching
it right here.
PJs.
It's like a staycation.
Yes, exactly. So it's not a lot of work, but it's like a really good experience for the whole family.
And you do it year round too, like even if it's cold in like January.
Yes, exactly.
Which is so fun.
Yes.
I love that we have that here. It's really unique. If you guys haven't checked it out, I love it. It's so
Plus,
fun.
they have a deal going on right now. So if you want to book a 2 or 3+ night stay, if you book more than 90 days in advance from when you're going, you're going to get a deal. So plan it now, go in a few months, and you can save some money.
Also, just to be a little bit more ahead of time with your holiday shopping.
Yes.
Don't be a last minute shopper like me. All right. So like I was talking about earlier, the splurge gifts. Who doesn't like a big bow, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. So if you have a little extra budget to spend and you want something super meaningful and nice, I would suggest getting something from Integrity Jewelers, which is locally owned business. diamonds are a girl's best friend, right? Who wouldn't
Marilyn
want
Monroe
it?
once said. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, jewelry gifts are always great for women. Obviously, men too. You could get them a nice bracelet, nice watch or something, but I feel like it's definitely like more for women. We're always looking for like a nice necklace or a ring or something like that. Plus, they also do repairs. So you could buy her something new, or, you know, get one of those pieces that maybe she hasn't worn in a while because it needs cleaning or needs something fixed. And that's kind of a nice gift too, right? It's like it's
something more unique.
Yeah.
Too. You could find some vintage jewelry and have them spruce it up. I love that. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
or somebody's
super
getting
unique.
engaged.
Yes,
A lot of people could get
exactly.
engaged this time of year. So definitely check that out. I think that's a great idea.
Plus, Integrity Jewelers, they specifically, you know, specialize in completely custom pieces and those elaborate engagement rings.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I love custom jewelry.
They're really great with that. Plus, you can get 10% off repairs, like we were just talking about, or purchases up to $500. So I feel like that's
I'm
a
gonna
really
have to
good
check
gift.
that out. I haven't personally checked it out, so I'm gonna go down there today.
Yes,
buy
or-
myself some jewelry.
Yes, treat yourself.
Gift yourself.
Exactly,
For Christmas
exactly.
as well. It's not just, you know, awesome. And it goes towards buying Garden Grove. All of this goes towards buying Garden Grove. So it's great. So let's talk about, I know I talked about a big bow.
Yes.
What do you think of when you think of a big bow?
I mean, I'm picturing the car in the driveway.
What's your dream car?
With the, oh my gosh, you already know.
I know. It's a Porsche.
It's a, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
All right. So where can people do that here in Garden Grove if they want to buy a new car for Christmas?
Yes, exactly. So the Garden Grove Auto Center is going to be your best bet for that. They have Kia, Chevrolet, Hyundai, Toyota, Nissan, and Volkswagen. So tons of options, a lot of great cars in there. So if you've got, you know, maybe a teenager who's begging for their first car this year, that's how I got my first car, was from Santa with a big red bow on it. And that's still the car I have today. So such a fun little memory and experience. Definitely would recommend. So for your teen, if they're looking for one, or for yourself, if you need a car upgrade, you know, this would be a great time
Or
for that.
it's, again, like engagement season. It's great. Car,
Oh my
engagement
gosh.
ring.
Oh,
Go to
wow.
both
You're
places.
combining them all.
I know. Why not? All right.
Dreaming big over here.
Yeah. And what else do you have for us then?
Okay, we have got one more gift under the splurge category. If you can't necessarily afford the brand new car, maybe you're on a little bit of a tighter budget, you can still gift them a new set of wheels, but instead this would be a bicycle from Papa Wheelies Bicycle, the cutest name ever for
That is
a company.
adorable. I love that name.
They have regular bikes, e-bikes, scooters, of course, all the accessories that you could ever need. Personally, my dad is obsessed with repairing and buying old bicycles and new bicycles, so I'm definitely going to shop
And
there
that's
for him.
great too, because we have some great bike lanes here in Garden Grove. So it's great for those people that want to get outside, ride their bikes with their family. So yeah, I think that's an amazing gift.
Yeah, I love that. Plus,
Yeah.
they've got sales going on too. 15 to 20% off. A lot of their bikes are on sale, and that's going to be valid through December 24th. So right up until Christmas Eve, you can score a new bike for cheap.
Wow. So those were so many amazing suggestions. I'm excited to like implement some of these, especially the gift card. I think that's a great idea. But thank you so much for joining us, Gabby. Where can we all like check you out or follow you?
Yes, you can follow me at Gabby's Gift Guide on all the platforms. If we didn't answer your question today about someone you have a gift idea that you need help with, then leave a comment on one of my videos and I can help you out.
Yeah. And again, you guys, all of these ideas can apply to think big. You know, think big, buy in Garden Grove. And if you want to find more information about that, again, it's in the show notes. Thank you so much, Gabby.
Thanks.